At some point in every accountant's career, a question creeps in, not loudly, but quietly. Is this all I'm going to do? Reconciliations, month end closes, compliance cycles, the same rhythm month on month, year after year. I've trained more than 12,000 finance professionals across 100 plus countries through FP&A Professionals Institute. And the question I get asked more than any other is, should I move to FP&A? Today I am going to give you 5 honest reasons why the answer is almost always yes. Now, this isn't about FP&A being better than accounting. Accounting is foundational. Without it, nothing works. This is more about what is waiting for you on the other side of that foundation. A role where your financial brain gets used to shaping decisions and not just recording them. 5 reasons, each one comes from my book From Accounting to FP&A, and more importantly, from the real stories of the professionals who made the move and never looked back. So let's get into it. Reason number 1 is that you want a more strategic role. The most common thing I hear from accountants who move into FP&A is this: I wanted to stop reporting on what happened and start influencing what happens next. In accounting and audit, your work is essential, but it is largely retrospective. You are ensuring accuracy, maintaining compliance, recording what occurred. FP&A flips the lens. You are working with senior leadership to forecast future performance, evaluate risks and opportunities, and provide analysis that drives decisions about where the company invests, cut costs, expands, or pivots. You are not just in the room after the decision. You are in the room when the decision gets made. That shift in positioning changes everything about how you experience your work. And that strategic proximity to the business doesn't just change your impact, it changes your skill set in ways that opens doors you didn't even know existed. Reason number 2 is you want to broaden your skills. Accounting builds very strong but very specific set of skills. FP&A takes that foundation and builds an entire different layer on top of it. The move to FP&A demands and develops capabilities that accounting rarely requires. Financial modeling, strategic planning, scenario planning, data-driven storytelling, strategic analysis, cross-functional communication. These aren't just nice to have additions. They are the skills that make you marketable across industries, functions, and career stages. As one professional in my book put it, the move is about leveraging your transferable skills and then growing into something wider. Your accounting foundation doesn't become irrelevant. It becomes the platform everything else is built on. Broader skills usually mean broader impact, and that's exactly what draws people into the third reason. Reason number 3 is you want to impact business outcomes. Now, there is a difference between doing important work and seeing the result of your own work. In accounting, the work is critical, but the feedback loop is slow and indirect. FP&A changes that. FP&A professionals are front and center in driving business performance. They analyze trends, forecast future outcomes, and provide insights that guide budgeting, investments, hiring decisions, and strategic pivots. When a company decides to enter a new market, restructure a business unit, or accelerate a product launch, FP&A's analysis is often what makes or breaks that call. You see the result of your work in the company's direction. Now, that kind of visibility and impact is something accounting and audit roles rarely offer. And for many professionals, it is the difference between a career that feels meaningful and the one that just feels necessary. And the way FP&A creates that impact isn't by working in isolation, it is by working with everybody. A quick note: if you want a structured, globally recognized path to build these exact skills, the CGFP certification by FP&A Professionals Institute is designed specifically for professionals making this transition. Links are in the description. Coming back to the video, reason number 4 is that you want cross-functional collaboration. One of the things that surprises accountants the most when they move to FP&A is how much of their job happens outside of the finance team. FP&A operates at the intersection of finance and every other function in the business, be it sales, marketing, operations, HR, or supply chain. You are constantly gathering context, validating assumptions, and translating financial insight for people who think in terms of customers, headcount, and product. This cross-functional access does two things. One, it makes you dramatically better at your job because you understand the business and not just the numbers. And Two, it makes you dramatically more valuable to the organization because you become the person who connects the dots between what is happening in the business and what it means financially. That's a very different kind of a finance professional. And working across the whole business means your environment never stays the same for long, which brings us to the fifth reason. Reason number five is that you want a dynamic work environment. Accounting has rhythms, month end, quarter end, year end. They are predictable by design. FP&A doesn't work that way. FP&A thrives on the unexpected. A market shift, a competitor move, a supply chain disruption. Any of these can land on your desk as an ad hoc analysis request by the end of the day. The work evolves with the business and the business never stops evolving. For professionals who feel constrained by the repetitive cycles, this dynamism is energizing. You are always dealing with new information, new scenarios, and new decisions. As I have said to my own team, FP&A isn't always a linear path. You discover what you are good at, what you enjoy, and where you can have the most impact. And then you keep moving towards it. So, there you have it, the five reasons, a whole set of doors waiting on the other side for you, and a foundation in accounting that most people underestimate as a launchpad for exactly this kind of a career. So, if you are sitting on the fence, I hope that this video nudged you off it. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these five reasons resonate most with you. And if you are ready to make that move with a structured FP&A credential behind you, the CGFPA certification by FP&A Professionals Institute is where you start. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.